Hey friends, in today's video we are doing almost a full face of Fenty Beauty. I'm throwing the word almost in there because there were a few products that I had to pull from other brands, but I am going to be showcasing some brand new products from like Makeup by Mario, Say Beauty. But for the most part, this is a Fenty focused video because Fenty is having a massive sale on their site. So I wanted to pull some of my favorites as recommendation in case you're shopping the sale. This video is not sponsored, you guys. However, I do have a promo code for you that you can use as early access. It's Lisa J30, and my understanding is that that's going to get you 30% off site-wide today, tomorrow, and then the massive sale opens up for the public. And my understanding is it's going to be like 20-25%. I'm going to have all the details down below. There's a lot of different tiers and dates and stipulations, and I can't remember them all for this video, so I'm going to drop them in the description box for you below. But use Lisa J30 so you can save. I'm going to tag all the products in the YouTube shopping platform so you can shop them easily there. And before we get started, I have a really exciting announcement for BK Beauty. I've been waiting to share this with you guys, but we are going to be featured on Good Morning America Steals and Deals this Saturday, you guys. Yay! I'm so excited about this. I can't believe we're going to be on GMA. So the way that works, if you're not familiar with their Steals and Deals, is they feature products that are like discounted massively. I can't share the discounts, but I can just say that it's pretty massive for a limited time. So, and you could shop through Good Morning America's website. Just watch the show on Saturday. Cheer us on. We'll be here in Austin. We're going to be fulfilling orders on Saturday, watching the segment. Super excited. This is like a massive moment. I can't believe that my brand is going to be on Good Morning America. Can you believe it? So I just wanted to share this news with you guys because it's an exciting milestone, and these opportunities are only available to us because you guys are here supporting me and supporting BK Beauty, and I love you more than you guys know for that. So thank you. Okay, let's jump into the video. Okay, so I have quite a few Fenty Beauty products in front of me. I didn't realize how big my Fenty collection was. Keep in mind, these are products that I have collected over several years. Some of these products are brand new. They're some of the newer Fenty Beauty launches. Some of them are products that I've had for a couple of years. And I kind of pulled the products that I really enjoy, products that I remember using and really liking to share in this video. So I might have to pull some other products. I do have some products here that we might play into. Some of these are kind of new releases. Actually, I've got the new Say Beauty lip liners in here, so we'll probably try that because I don't have a Fenty Beauty lip liner. We're going to try and do a full face of Fenty, but again, we might be pulling a few other products. So I do have my tinted SPF on, and the reason I'm saying that is because I do have two Fenty Beauty primers that I wanted to share with you. I'm not going to apply either one right now because I do have my Elastin Hydra Tint already on. If you're going to apply primer, I would apply it before any tinted products that you're using. So I would apply this before the Elastin Skin Tint. Although, to be quite honest, you guys, I feel like my Elastin works as a primer. I don't feel the need to use both. Now, if you struggle with oily skin and you need a primer to help kind of mattify your skin, control oil, and just give you a nice matte finish, Fenty does have a primer for that. It's called the True Matte Pro Filter. This one's really nice. I'm going to show you guys the consistency of it so you can see how it looks on the skin. I'll apply it to the back of my hand. It feels like a moisturizer. It definitely feels like a skincare product. It does have a bit of a grip to it, and it feels a little bit tacky. I don't want to say sticky, but there is more of like a tacky kind of rich moisturizing feel to it. It does not feel like one of those primers that is a heavy silicone primer where the skin just slips. It feels like an actual skincare product moisturizer. Then you also have the Instant Retouch Primer, and this gives more of a little bit of a luminosity to the skin. It is a little bit lighter weight. It also feels like a skincare product, but it feels lighter weight, like a lighter lotion, and it gives a slight bit more of a glow to the skin. So this is going to be good if you want to get a little bit more luminosity. Maybe you have dry skin and you can see the matte in comparison. Quite a bit of a difference in the finish of these two primers. So just wanted to share those two with you. If you're looking to pick up a primer during the sale, those are two options for you. Okay, you guys, so I'm going to go in and I'm going to apply the foundation stick. The actual name of this is the Ease Drop Blur Smooth and Tint Stick. I have the shade 6, and I bought this when it launched. Was it last year? It's somewhat new. It hasn't been in the collection for a really long time, but I remember really loving this product. It's been a while since I applied it, so let's go and see if I still love it as much as I remember. What I remember loving about this product is how creamy it was, just how easily it blended into the skin, and I also remember it being very blurring and smoothing. I actually remember it having more coverage than I expected it to. It has the name tint in it, And whenever I hear the name tint in a complexion product, I always assume it's just going to be very sheer, very tinted. And I remember wearing this product by itself. Keep in mind, I apply it over a tinted product already, my Elastin Hydro Tint. So if I were to wear this alone, my coverage would be a lot less. Yes, this is really beautiful. Yes, I still love this product. So this gives a very skin-like finish, meaning it's not going to be really glowy or radiant, but it's also not matte either. And it really just blends into the skin so easily. I'm using the Nikki LaRose BK Beauty N17 brush, and I'm using the lighter fibers, which are designed for cream and liquid products. The reason that I'm using this brush over like my beloved 106 foundation brush is because I want to really spread this product. And I don't want to use, like, the 106 is really great when I'm working with foundations that have full coverage, but this product, I really want to just kind of spread it onto the skin, and the N17 is really, really perfect for that. Oh yeah, this looks so good. I actually feel like I could go up a shade. This works, but I feel like I could go up even a slight bit more. The good thing about this foundation are the shades are kind of flexible, so you're likely going to find you're not one exact specific one. You'll find that you can make a few of them work. So I might actually go and update my collection and grab one shade darker. Oh yeah, it's so beautiful. The skin looks smooth. It definitely does blur out pores, and it just looks like natural skin. So I am going to tag all of these products through the YouTube shopping platform so you can shop them really easily. My code, by the way, for early access to the sale is LisaJ30, you guys, and that'll get you, I think, 30% off today and tomorrow before the sale opens up for the public, is my understanding. Again, this is not a sponsored video. I'm not being paid to talk about any of these products aside from the affiliate commission, but I do want to share that. It's LisaJ30. I'll have all the details in the description box. So this is the first product that I would recommend. The next is the Fenty Beauty Concealer. This is the Hydrating Longwear Concealer, and I have the shade 210W. And if I remember, this is a little bit light on me. Actually, no, this might actually be the right one. I bought this in 2 shades, and I remember one was a little too light. Now, this is a very nice hydrating concealer. I mean, even when you apply it on the skin with the applicator, it feels very hydrating and creamy, but not thick. It doesn't feel like a thick, creamy product. It feels lightweight and just very hydrating. Very nice. It spreads onto the skin really beautifully and just blends out nicely. One little trick I've been doing with my concealer, if you are working with really you can do this with any concealer, but particularly creamy formulas or full coverage formulas. What I like to do is I like to apply it in the inner corner and the outer corner. I'll take my finger first and I'll just kind of spread the product just to kind of do one little, I wouldn't really call that a blend. I would just really call that kind of just spreading the product underneath the skin and getting an even coverage. And then also taking the finger in the inner corner here and just letting that sit for, 10 seconds. Not very long, but long enough to slightly self-set so that you can go in and blend out. And I'm going to go in with my A506 concealer brush, and then I'm just going to press the product out to get full coverage and blend out at the same time. So doing that little step of spreading with your finger first is, one, it's kind of spreading the product evenly underneath the entire eye, which is where you want it. 2, it's just allowing you to get a little bit more coverage than you would get if you were to use the brush and just kind of blend it all together. Yeah, this is really nice. This is a great, and what I love about this concealer is it's lightweight enough to where you can use this on the face too. So if you wanted to like wear the Eavesdrop foundation stick because it's a lighter coverage foundation, you could apply concealer in areas that you want a little bit more coverage. And if you're doing that, what I would do is I would actually apply the Blur Stick foundation, and then I would apply a little bit of the concealer in the areas you want it, and then I would start to blend it all out together, so that the concealer really just melds into the foundation. You get a really beautiful, even blend. Not every concealer is great for the face. You know, concealers that are a bit heavier or thicker can really cake up, especially if you're putting them on areas where they're texture, which is sometimes what we can be dealing with if we're dealing with acne scars or anything on the skin we want to cover. If there's a lot of texture there, a really heavy concealer can magnify it. It will disguise and camouflage the color, but it will magnify the texture, which, you know, kind of works against you. So it's nice to find lightweight concealers like this one that you can use on the face. Oh, this looks so good. But you know what, you guys, I do think the shade is a little too light. I think in combination with the foundation that's slightly too light and this concealer, I need to update my shades. You guys, I am just realizing one of my favorite and most recommended picks I actually have at home. I thought I scoured my at-home drawers before I came here to the studio, and it is the loose powder, and I believe the shade is Butter. I'm going to confirm that, and I will tag it, of course, down below, but they have a loose powder that is beautiful, and it has a slight brightening effect to it, and it leaves the skin. It has the most like subtle, soft focus, radiant effect and finish. So it's not super radiant or glowy, but it's not mattifying either. And it is absolutely beautiful. Again, I'm gonna tag it. I don't have it here, unfortunately. So we're gonna go in with a new product, and you guys might actually be interested in this too. This is the new Makeup by Mario Loose Setting Powder. I picked up the shade 2 Neutral Light. This is the Surreal Skin Soft Blur Setting Powder. I'm just gonna set underneath the eyes first. I'm gonna use the same Gila Rose N17 brush for this. I know I have used this, and I'm honestly a little unsure of my feelings for this powder. Let's try it again, and let's see. I've only used this like once or twice, and it's always been at the end of the day when my makeup isn't the freshest, and so it's hard to really gauge the performance of this. I'm gonna go in and set right underneath the eyes. Okay, so this gives a very, very matte-like finish. It does smooth out texture, give a very kind of airbrushed look, but it definitely mattifies, where the Fenty Beauty doesn't mattify quite like this. Now, not that this is bad, but this is definitely more of a mattifying powder. And right now I'm just applying it underneath the eyes. It might actually be a little too mattifying for under the eyes. We're gonna see about that. And I'm gonna apply it around the mouth just to kind of set this Blur Stick foundation. This is something that you want to kind of set somewhat quickly. Okay, I'm going to leave the cheeks bare because I'm going to go in with the cream blush over the cheeks, and we might go back and powder around that, but for now I want to keep powder off this area. So I have 2 Fenty bronzers that I want to share with you guys. One is a cream and one is a powder, and I love them both. We're going to go in first with the cream. This is Butter Biscuit. This is a very cool tone bronzer. You can actually use this for a contour if you'd like. It's not a really, really warm bronzer. I'm going to go back in with my N17. I'm going to use the side that we used for the foundation, and I'm just going to dip it right into this product. This product is beautiful, and I actually probably need another one. This one might be past its expiration date, and I see a little piece of hair like molded into it. It's actually not that. I need to probably get a new one. Okay, so we're gonna go with the N17, and we're just gonna go and kind of press it onto the cheekbone just to create some definition. Yeah, this color definitely needs more cooler tones. This makes a really great contour shade, which is actually perfect because I'm gonna go in with a warmer powder bronzer. That way I can show you guys both. And I'm just gonna sweep this into the hairline a little bit. So if you notice on the cheekbone, I'm pressing with the brush, and the hairline, I'm kind of sweeping and spreading because I want more payoff right here on the cheekbone, and I want a definitely more diffused look around the hairline. Ooh, that's nice. Okay. Oh, this is like the most perfect contour color, you guys. It's so subtle, and it just looks like a natural shadow. Do you see how this just looks like a natural shadow on the skin? It doesn't look like makeup. It just looks like a shadow, like the light is beaming on my face, it's highlighting this area, and it's casting a shadow here. That's the goal with contour, is to create definition on the face. I'm gonna use the tip of the brush right here, and we're gonna go right in here to the product, and we're going to kind of sweep this on the side of the nose. I need to take this product home with me. This product has been at the studio, so it's not one that I have used lately. I have a lot of my makeup here at the studio, and then I kind of have like new products or products that I love at home. But what I need to do is I need to go through a regular refresher and kind of scour through what I have here at the studio and take products home. Because as I was gathering products for this video, I saw like products in there that I bought 6 months ago that I've used once or twice, and then I put it in a drawer and have forgotten about it. So I need to do that to make sure that I'm constantly rotating everything that I have. Okay, that's perfect. Do you see the shape that gives the nose in a very natural way? Now I'm feeling like the foundation and the concealer are working better because I've added some dimension to the face. It's gonna get even better when I go in and add a little warmth to the skin. So I'm gonna go in with the powder bronzer, and this is the shade Shady Biz. And this is actually a new product. I just bought this in the last month or so. I'm gonna go in with the BK Beauty 104 brush. So because I'm doing contour and bronzer, and that's not steps that I typically do together, usually I do one or the other, I want to make sure that I keep the bronzer a very light veil of bronzer. I don't want to make anything too harsh. So I'm going to take the 104. This is a soft, fluffy brush. This is going to pick up a soft amount of color and apply it very naturally and very sheerly. So I'm just going to go right in here with the tip. I love this brush. If you do not have this brush, grab it. It'll be one of your favorite large powder brushes. I use it for setting powder. I use it for bronzer. Sometimes I'll even use it for blush if I want to just do a light dust of blush all over the center of the face. And so I'm just going to take this, and I'm just going to kind of softly sweep it on top of where I applied that bronzer and then a little bit up just to really warm up the skin. And then I'm going to kind of run it across the forehead. Because this brush is so large and fluffy, I'm not being too particular about keeping it at the hairline. I'm actually just kind of running it all over the forehead. I think particularly when you have a little bit of bronzer right here at the temples, it looks really nice as long as it's not over applied. Perfect. Okay, and we'll take a little bit on the center of the face too. Lovely. Okay. All right, you guys, let's move on to blush. Now, if there is one blush product that you pick up during this sale, grab this one. This is from Fenty Beauty. Of course it is. They're all from Fenty Beauty. This is the cream blush in the shade Petal Poppin'. I love, love, love this color. It's such a good one. I'm going to go back in with the N17. As you see, I've used this brush for so many things. I've used it for foundation. I've used it for contour. I've used it for setting powder underneath the eyes. And now I'm using it for blush. So let's grab a little bit of cream product. Now, the question I get all the time when I show you guys how to use your brushes in so many different applications is, do I need to wash it between every use? Yes, you do, especially if you're going with cream products. So while these brushes can be used for so many different purposes, if you don't want to wash them every day, get a couple of them, or, just wash it every day. It'll take 2 seconds when you brush your teeth. Maybe do it after that. Okay, so I'm going to smile. I'm going to use the apple of my cheek as a guide, but I'm going to place it a little bit higher, and we're just going to lift the cheeks with this blush. This shade is so pretty. It's just a really soft, peachy pink. I would say it definitely leans more peach than pink, but you get a little bit of both in there. And because it's a cream, it's going to highlight the skin and give some radiance and give a soft glow. But there's no shimmer in this. There's no pearlescence, there's no glitter, there's no sparkle. It's just a creamy texture. It's so beautiful. It kind of reminds me of a slightly bumped down version of the Jane Iredale Balmy blush. You know how I love that one? They're very similar. The Balmy is just a little bit more pink and a little richer. This color is buildable, so if you are deeper skin tone and you want to really build up color, you can certainly do that, but it also works really great for fair tones too. Okay, I'm going to refrain from applying too much of this because I can easily do that. I just love it. It's so cute. So cute. It's very cutesy. Okay, let's go ahead and move on. I'm going to apply something on my lips because my lips feel very dry. We'll talk about this later, but this is a newer release from Fenty. This is the High Shine Gloss Stick Balm. Is that what it's called? You know what these are. You've seen these. These have been all over your feed lately. This is the shade Blazed Donut. This one sold out like pretty quickly, and I actually just got it about a week ago. I was at my local Sephora, and they had restocked it. So I'm applying a little bit of this right now just to add moisture to the lips, but we're gonna go and do a lip color later. I love these. We'll talk about them later too, but they're really nice and hydrating. They're like a lip treatment, but they have some color too. Okay, you guys, let's move on to, actually, let's highlight the skin. So this is a newer product that I bought in the last several months. This is the Demi Glow Light Diffusing Highlighter, and I got the shade Too Much 03. These are beautiful. They are the softest, silkiest highlighters. They're a powder, but let me show you. When you shear this out on the skin, you can get a very soft, diffused highlight. They're absolutely beautiful. I love to put these in the inner corner. I love to put them on the eyes to make the lids pop a little bit. Of course, you can highlight the skin. Let's go ahead and do a little bit of that. And you know what? Let's use the N17 yet once again, you guys. So we're going to use the dark side. We will use powder products, and we're going to dip it right into the tip of this. And I'm going to kind of blot it on my hand just to make sure I don't get too much product. And I'm just going to kind of trace right above my brow and then at the highest point of my cheekbone. Now, you guys, this highlighter is pretty intense, so make sure you don't pick up too much. And make sure you have a very light hand when you first go to the skin to apply it. Oh my gosh, it's so pretty. This is seriously stunning. Look at how gorgeous that is. So beautiful. All right, you guys, let's go ahead and move on to eyes. So I'm going to be working with these little mini palettes from Fenty. I have the shades 1 and I have the shades 3. I think we're going to use 1, but I wanted to show you at least what 3 looks like. 3 is really pretty if you have deeper skin tone. And then 1 is just a really great kind of neutral palette. I love this. In fact, I have a duplicate one of it. So these actually snap together. Let me see how you do that. It's been a while since I've done it. Oh, there you go. So you just snap them like that. Look, so here's 2 of them. You can open one like this, and then you can open the other here. It's kind of cool if you want to travel. We're just going to use shade 1 today. Okay, so I don't have my Fenty eye primer. I'm going to go in just with an e.l.f. eye primer just to get something on the lid. This is similar to the Fenty though, so if you want a good eye primer, this one is a good one, and it's very affordable. What I like about this one and the Fenty is that it's pretty sheer and translucent. It's gonna offer a little bit of brightening to the skin, so it'll cancel out any darkness you have on the lid, but it's not a color. So it's not gonna alter the color of the shadow that you use, like a MAC paint pot might. And I just like to use my finger to kind of blend that out. I've also been loving the N16 brush. Okay, so we're gonna go in with the lightest shade first. Now, what I love about this palette is you get 6 shades and you get a good mix of shimmers and mattes. You actually get 3 shimmer shades and 3 mattes. It's very neutral, and what I love about this palette is you get a shade to highlight underneath your brow or to set your primer before you get started. Now, I do wish that this shade right here was a little bit lighter. It's kind of a little deep for a transition shade, but we're gonna make it work. Because I'm gonna dust this lighter shade all over the lid, it's going to soften this shade when I go on with this shade on the crease. So I'm gonna apply this light shade and we're gonna apply it all over the lid from brow to lash line. And this is just gonna highlight the brow bone, but it's also going to set that primer, kind of even out the canvas. So when I go in with my darker shades, they just kind of blend a little bit better and they will be slightly lighter. So then we're gonna go in with the shade right here. So it's kind of a really pretty warm saddle shade. I'm using the N13 brush, by the way. This brush is really great because it has a tapered tip, so it gives you a lot of control over where you apply that first color. But it's really soft too, so it's gonna do a great job of giving me control and precision, but also blending out too. Oh, so good. So I like to place the tip in the crease and then I kind of turn my brush upside down and diffuse that color upward a bit. This is gonna lift the eye. I recently did a video on how to make your eyes appear bigger, and this is one of the tips that I talked about. So if you missed that video, I will put a little card right up here so you can check it out. It's a great video. It's loaded with tips and tricks. Okay, so I take it back. This is actually a really great transition shade. Again, applying that light color first just makes this color a little more forgiving and a little lighter. Oh, this is so pretty. Green, blue eyes, this is your color. Anything with like a coral or red or orange base to it, it's gonna make the green and blue in your eyes pop. Can we talk about how cute my mirror is? This was a gift from Nikki LaRose. It is seriously the perfect mirror for makeup. Perfect size, it's not too big, it's just perfect. Okay, then we're gonna diffuse this upward. Perfect, oh, so good. I love this color, so good. All right, so I'm just kind of building it up to get the level of intensity that I want. I think we're right there. All right, let's step away from the shadow, Lisa. Okay, then we're gonna go in and I'm gonna apply this shade right here on my lid. It's a shimmer, it's kind of like a deeper rose gold, really, really beautiful. Let's go ahead and apply this since I have it on my finger. Just to use this, I am gonna use a brush to blend it out, but just to get this off my finger. I'm gonna go in with the same brush and I'm gonna use the side of the brush now and I'm just going to kind of feather out and blend out that shadow. So pretty. Okay, let's go do the other side. I'm gonna use the side of this brush. So this brush is really soft and fluffy at the tip, but there's some density and a little bit of stiffness here at the base, which is so great. It allows you to use the side of the brush to really pick up and grab a lot of product and pack it on, which is kind of unique for a blending brush. Most blending brushes don't have that ability. They're really meant to just blend out and diffuse. This, you can actually do both. You can blend out and diffuse and you can pack on. Look at that. Do you see how much that packed on? So good. So I'm just using the side. Perfect. Okay, lovely. Okay, you guys, I want to take this beautiful bronze shade right here and I want to pack this on the outer corner. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my 203 brush, I'm gonna take the side of the brush and really load this shade up. We're actually gonna mix these shades. We're gonna grab this one and we're gonna grab this dark shade right here. Okay, let's tap off the excess because we don't want any fallout. And we're gonna take this and we're basically just gonna apply it right here on that outer corner of the eye and just kind of pack it on. I'm gonna go back to that N13 brush and I'm gonna pick up just the bronze shade. I'm not gonna pick up the dark shade. And I'm gonna tap off the excess and I'm gonna use that to blend this all together. These palettes are great because you can do a full look, but they're mini, so you can travel with them and they're just great to keep on your vanity because they don't take up a lot of space. And you have everything you need and not more, you know? I recently bought the Natasha Denona, I think it's called I Need a Warm palette, and it's beautiful. Don't get me wrong, but it was definitely an impulse buy. I walked by it and I was like, that is the most beautiful palette. But I think there's what, 15 shades in there or 18, something like that. And there's so many, right? And while it was exciting to buy it at the time and I enjoy using it, the truth is that I'll just never really use all those shades. And a palette like this with 6, you know that you can use all of them and you might feel a little bit better about your purchase. But who am I kidding? I'm still gonna be buying those 15 pan palettes when they come out. Oh, so good. Okay, so now I'm just kind of gradually building just to the intensity that I want. I think we're there. Okay, let's go back to that highlighter. I'm gonna take this and I'm gonna take a little bitty brush. This is the 210 pencil brush from BK Beauty. And I'm just gonna load the tip of this up and we're gonna highlight the inner corner with this. This is such a beautiful inner corner highlight. It's just adds the perfect amount of highlight and bling to the skin. It's bright, it's shimmery, but it's not chunky and glittery. It's still soft even though it packs a punch. And you can even like softly run this underneath the brow. Just be careful because it is really light reflective. So if you notice, I'm doing that after I've gotten most of the product applied here. I would never go straight from the product underneath the brow because that's just going to be too much shimmer under the brow. But if you go to other areas of the eye and then you just take the small amount that's left on your brush and then go under, you'll get the perfect amount of highlight without being too much. If you're gonna grab one product from this sale, grab this one. This is my favorite, and I wanna prove to you that it's my favorite because when I was going through my stash, I found 3 of them. I found 2 that I have opened, and then I have a backup because I never wanna run out of this product. It's actually called the Fly Pencil Longwear Eye Pencil. The shade on this is so beautiful. I love that it's a mechanical pencil. Yes, you're not gonna get a super sharp point, so if you really love a super sharp point from your eyeliners, then this is not for you. This formula is so creamy and soft. I mean, it just glides onto the skin. You have time to manipulate it, so if you want to smudge it out, you can do that. But once it sets, it does do a great job of staying in place. But can I just show you the color of this pencil? I mean, the formula is amazing, but really for me, it is the color of this. It is just the most beautiful copper bronze shade. I love it. It just highlights the eye. It's got enough density till it'll define the lash line. Like it's not too light, but it's also not dark either. And because it has shimmer, it gives a softness to the eye. I love this color. It is my favorite. It is very similar to the color Chameleon Amber Haze that I love from Charlotte Tilbury. Keep in mind that's a chunkier pencil. So you do want to keep that sharp in order to have control over your line because it can get really thick. Where this is much thinner, so it's not going to give you that chunky of a line, but I love this color. Let's just watch how beautiful this is. So I like to do one eye at a time. Now, let me tell you this. If you like a really defined dark lash line, this might not be the pencil for you because while you do get some definition, it doesn't really come close to like a black or a dark chocolate rich brown. It just doesn't. It's lighter than that. Now, if I weren't wearing eyeshadow, if I were just wearing this liner, which I will do a lot of times, this will define the eyes really nicely, but when you have a full eyeshadow look on like I do you notice how the pencil just looks softer because it's competing with all the shadow? So what you might find is that you might find that you want something darker and rich on your lash line when you're doing eyeshadow look, but this is like the perfect lower lash line eyeliner every time. It is just beautiful. Oh, I love this color. It's stunning. It is so, so good. The only downfall to this is I feel like I go through them really quickly because they're so soft, and I'm not exactly sure how much comes in this compared to other pencil liners, but I feel like I do run out of these quickly. It might just be that I use them all the time more than my other pencils. Now, when I do the lower line, I always go back and smudge it a little bit, and I'm going to take a clean 210 brush, and I'm just going to softly kind of smoke that out real quick. You want to do it quickly before it has time to dry and set. Usually I recommend doing one eye at a time, so by the time you go to the second eye, it hasn't already set. Oh, so good. It's just so beautiful. Grab one of these. I never want to be out of this. I love, love, love this. Okay, you guys, I don't have a Fenty mascara, so we're going to go in with my good old beloved Dior Lash Primer. Apply some of this on the lashes, and we're going to apply actually a new mascara that I have been saving for a video that I have not got yet around to filming, but I'm excited to film it. I bought some Lisa Eldridge products and I want to do like a full face of Lisa Eldridge, and I bought her mascara. So we're going to apply that next. I have to say I'm enjoying my makeup today. Love it. Okay, so we're going to go in with the Lisa Eldridge no, it's not Kitchen. It's called Kitten Lash Mascara. I love the curved wand of this. I actually love the wand and applicator from this mascara. Let me ask you guys this. Do you, whenever people do kind of like a review of an entire line, like let's say this Lisa Eldridge video that I'm planning on shooting, do you guys like first impression videos? Do you like to actually get to witness the first impression unfiltered without having any opinion or bias of the product? Or do you like the video to like, I've worn the products for a couple weeks, I've got some solid opinions on them, I've watched some videos where I've researched them. Like, what do you like? Do you really like those like pure like, you know, unfiltered? Because there is something to be said, I think, about seeing someone's first reaction to a product, like their their first gut reaction before they have time to like read the reviews and see what other people say about it. There's something to be said about that, right? Or do you guys feel like, no, use the product, don't film a video until you have all the info on it because I want all the info. Like, tell me what you think. Will you let me know down below? Ooh, this mascara is good. Like, it's definitely giving volume and length and separation. I like it. Okay, we're gonna wrap this up with lips, you guys. I don't have a Fenty Beauty lip pencil, but I did just order 3 of the new Say Beauty lip pencils. So let's give these a try, shall we? I got 3 shades. I got the shade Wink, French, and Flirt. Looking at the color swatches on the packaging, I think Wink is gonna be more my vibe. Okay, so we've got a pencil liner. Let me swatch this on my hand. Ooh, this is a nice color. So this is just your good kind of traditional pinky spice nude shade. Look at this. Very pigmented. It feels creamy, but it didn't feel overly creamy when I applied it on my hand. Like not a super rich, creamy formula, but not dry either. Kind of somewhere in the middle. This is good. This formula, like I said, it's creamy and rich, but it's not a super creamy formula. You know how you'll find lip liners that are really creamy and silky and just glide onto the skin? This is not quite there, but it's far from being like a drier formula either. It's kind of in between the two. This definitely reminds me of more of like your traditional lip liner formula, but just like an updated version of it. Okay, you guys, let's go into lips. Now I have a couple of lip products to share with you. I definitely love this formula. This is the new gloss. I think they're called the Gloss Bomb Sticks. These are lovely. They are, first I love the packaging. Each shade that you get comes in a different color, kind of acrylic packaging, super cute. These are like a lipstick kind of balm formula. They have shine to them. They have pigment. They're not super sheer at all. They feel like a treatment on the lips. I love them. I have this shade Blazed Donut, which is the shade that I applied a minute ago. I also have the shade Is It Fussy, which is more of like, that's more of a mauve shade, kind of a light berry, but more mauve shade. And then I have another one that I can't find that's more of a peachy nude shade too. I'll list that one down below. Okay, I love this formula. Fenty Beauty's glosses are so good. I have these which don't have any shimmer to them, and then I also have a few that have some shimmer, and they're just absolutely beautiful. I think a good dupe for them though is the Maybelline Lifter glosses. I find the Fenty's to be slightly more pigmented, but the Maybelline Lifter glosses are a close match. But I love these. I love the feel of them. I love the smell of them. And then I have this lipstick. I have one Fenty Beauty lipstick. This is one of those refillable packaging. So the shade is Mother Lova is what it is. And it's kind of more of like a matte lipstick, but it's creamy. The color is so pretty, very pigmented, just like a creamy matte. It's a nice, pretty kind of pale peach. I love it. I love this formula. It's matte, but it's very hydrating to the lips. It doesn't feel dry at all. And I like the packaging. You can just pop it in there, and then when you're ready to use it, just twist it out. Super cute. Let's top this with a little bit of gloss. Again, these are pretty pigmented, so I don't want to alter the shade of this too much, so I'm just going to apply a tiny bit of this just in the center and kind of spread it and use my finger to spread it out. What I like about these glosses is because they have a good amount of pigment, you can wear them by themselves. So easy to keep in your bag, throw it on for some lip color and a lot of shine. Obviously, the wearability and longevity is gonna be more like a gloss. It's not gonna stay on the lips forever. If you put it over a lipstick like I just did, you'll get more wearability, but I love this combo. This is so pretty. This is the Fenty Beauty Cream Lip Gloss in the shade Cupcaken. This is the lipstick in the shade Mother Lova, and I will have all this down below. And this is the Say Beauty Lip Liner in the shade Wink. So I really love this combo. I'm gonna keep this in my purse. So pretty. Okay, you guys, that wraps up this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I know there's a lot of information, so I'm gonna have all of these products listed, linked, and tagged in the YouTube shopping platform. Again, my code, you guys, is LisaJ30, and that gets you 30% off, I believe, site-wide. I might be telling a fib there, so again, I'm gonna confirm it in the description box, but that's early access code before the sale is public, is from my understanding. And also, don't forget to tune into Good Morning America this Saturday, you guys, for Steals and Deals, because BK Beauty is going to be featured on that, and I am just over the moon excited about it. I'm so excited to finally be able to share this with you guys. This is like a huge moment, and I'm really excited to see like the impact that this show has. Like, it's gonna be a crazy wild day. We're gonna be at the office, we're gonna be fulfilling orders on a Saturday, we're gonna be having fun. So if you wanna grab some BK Beauty brushes at a steal and a deal, tune into Good Morning America this Saturday. I don't know the exact time. It's gonna be in the morning, whatever time their Steals and Deals segment is. Just tune in, let me know if you do. Thank you for watching. Thank you for your love and support always. I appreciate you guys so much. Have a beautiful day, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.